You are awesome. Hey, well, it's time once again for yet another episode of Chicken Tuesday. Let's go. Welcome. Today's question comes in from YouTube. By the way, we get questions from YouTube, BitChute, Facebook, and Twitter. So if you're on any of those things, send us a question about chickens. We'd love to answer it for you. But today's question, let's pull out the old phone here. I need to get some glasses on because, well, you know how it is when you need glasses. Those of you that wear glasses. Questions, let's see. Are the size of the eggs dependent on the type of chicken? Very good question. Well, the answer to that is yes and no, because sometimes the breed of chicken may have large eggs and small eggs. It's kind of chicken dependent. However, you can kind of count on some chickens having smaller eggs than others. For example, when we had the chickens back in California, one of the chickens was a Buff Orpington. That's a breed. And their eggs, even though they're very consistent with their laying, at least the one we had, was a little bit smaller than the Rhode Island Red and the Barred Rock that we had. Now here in Texas, we've got 3 Barred Rocks and 1 Rhode Island Red, and their eggs are different sizes as well. Here's one. This is actually from one of the Barred Rocks, and let's see if I can pull up this egg. They're roughly the same size. Let's see. Another one, a little bit bigger. Here's one that's really odd. It's quite a bit bigger. I don't know if you can see that on video or not, right there. But it's also kind of white in color. It's starting to turn white, and they weren't that way before. They were all kind of brown colored, tan colored. And each of the eggs that I just showed you were from the Barred Rocks. So they're all the same breed, but even one of them has kind of a lighter tint to it, at least right now. So things are going to vary throughout the season. The last time we were together, we talked about molting, and I have a feeling the Barred Rock that laid this one, because it's a little bit lighter, is just coming out of a molt, so the color of the egg is going to be a little bit different than it was when she wasn't molting. So the different breeds do have different size eggs in general. However, even within the breed, depending on the bird itself, it may be smaller, maybe larger, but you can expect most of your eggs to be about medium-sized to large-sized if you're talking about Buff Orpington, Barred Rock, and Rhode Island Red. Now, New Jersey Giants, it's a whole different story. We had a rooster that was a New Jersey Giant, so we don't know what the eggs would have looked like from that bird. Obviously, it didn't lay eggs. It was a rooster. But they have a tendency to be rather larger eggs. However, they don't lay as consistently. So they're not necessarily the one that you want for egg laying. If you want to have consistent everyday kind of laying, it's going to be those 3 that I mentioned before. Americanum, I think, is another breed, and they lay fairly consistently. They end up having party colors, so sometimes blue, sometimes a tint of green, sometimes yellow, and that can come out of the same bird at different times throughout the season. Sometimes, though, they are very consistent. Like one of them will just green eggs. That's all they give. And when I say green, I'll throw up a little picture here. It's kind of a pale green color, so it's a little bit different. Anyway, there you go. Smaller egg, a little bit larger egg, different color, from the same breed. And then sometimes some of them even come out spotted like this, but not all the time. And how do I know that? Because I kind of pay attention to when the birds are in the brood box, and when they leave the brood box, and I notice that, I'll run outside, I'll take a look in the brood box and go, oh, that was that bird that laid that egg. And then you get to kind of know your birds and what they're laying. So it's having a relationship with your birds and knowing what they lay. You're going to figure that out. And since we're talking about chickens, if you have chicken questions, post them. I'll try to answer them. Share this video with friends of yours, please, as many as you possibly can. Don't forget to press that like button